Hello, this is Sam from Autobaus, and in this video I'll tell you my top 10 worst and the best features of LC500. So without further ado, let's go. So while we are not moving, let's start with the interior because I want to talk about technology a little bit and the lovely interior. And yeah, then we'll take it for a drive and I'll continue on rambling right there. So the first and the most awesome, the best feature is of course this interior. And man, I have left my car for repairs for around a week, and when I came back to it, I know the first time sitting in this car was again so special. And especially this leather smell, you get used to it really quick, and I thought it was gone, but haven't driven the car for a week and just returning to it again, the magic was still there. And yeah, everything is, it's just amazing, you know. Of course, the exhaust, the sound, and I wanted to show you this party trick, I guess, that has been used again and again. But yeah, there's a lot to love about the interior, and man, I'll miss it. Honestly, I really will. Just amazing interior. So the worst of the interior, and of course, that's the technology. And if this is supposed to be a luxury or a GT car, like it doesn't have GT features, and especially the technology, like the camera, just the rear camera. At least it has, or I wonder the parking assist angles. Why are we not showing? Okay, whatever. The technology is just not here, you know. This is just trash, and I have used maybe it once, and everyone says that you will get used to it. You'll get used to it, and of course you'll get used to it because what else can you do? Just not touch it, you know. But it's just the worst. Calling, navigating through settings, yeah, bad, horrible. And again, for the GT, it doesn't have like the most basic features too, you know, like massage seats, like 100 over 100 grand for this car, and they're like no massage seats, or I don't know. Okay, heated and cooled cups. That's a little bit more up class, I guess, but the technology is that we are not there. There's no night vision. Driving at night is a little, it's not scary, but a little sketchy, having used to night vision and pedestrian detection and animal detection and all of that. There's no like front facing camera for this expensive car, you know. Just we see that Lexus uses older technology, so it's more reliable. But I mean, how can you make the camera, or why would the camera with a little higher resolution would be less reliable than this, I don't know, camera from the Prius, you know, or all these other things. It's just not an excuse, you know. And for the weight, I mean, the car is already a cow, so adding a few basic features wouldn't have killed it. I sometimes miss German cars, you know. They might be not as reliable, but at least you don't end up missing on many things. And of course, when you have a German car, you then think that you should buy a Lexus. So it's a cursed rat race, I guess. So a little bit more about the technology, and this is one of the cooler things. These magical wiper blades, so you don't end up spraying the cars behind you, and it's just fancier. So yeah, I really enjoy this wiper technology. So it's one of the benefits of LC, and I know that every other car also has it right now. But yeah, it's really cool. And going back to the negatives, the other thing is the lane keep assist is pretty horrible, and the other thing is the blind spot assist, which doesn't really detect like cars that, or the trailers that the cars tow. It will just stop flashing even though there's like the entire whole entity of the mass behind the car. So it's not the best, and the lane keep assist is actually, it will end up like bouncing you. At first it will be like slight bounces, you know, and then it will tie like autocorrect more aggressively and more aggressively, and you'll just end up bouncing like a ping pong ball. So you don't really use it that much. And again, for a Grand Tour that doesn't have like good lane keep assist, and at least it has like decent adaptive cruise control. But again, with adaptive cruise control, here's the thing: I was driving the car with adaptive cruise, and then it just broke down, and I was so confused. And turns out, it doesn't tell you that you can't use adaptive cruise with the snow mode on. I don't know why. So maybe just Lexus safety thing or whatever. But yeah, if you didn't know that, you'll just take it to the dealer, which I thought of taking it to the dealer until I realized that you just turn off the snow and it will work again. So why is that? I don't know, but again, it's all these Lexus ideas of safety, I guess. The pros of the LC. I will not take it for a full drive yet. I just wanted to show you something. So, can you see that? So it has no auto start stop. Oh, thank God for that. It's not there. Like there's no setting, turn it on, turn off. It's just not here. So it never kills your car, and that's, oh wow, that's such a cool feature. And I was surprised to find that somehow Lexus managed to cook their magic and not install it. But that's the case, and that's just awesome. It truly is. It truly is. Now for the other negative, it's actually not that big of a deal, but why are these vanity mirrors and a few other elements, why do we utilize this outdated yellow color? I just don't understand, and yeah, it's why, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's for the maybe it looks better in this way for someone, but again, it's a small thing, but the car feels a bit outdated because of that, I think. Finally, the engine. Of course, the engine and the engine. What else can you say? Like, everyone has been praising it for so many years, and I don't know. Should we take a look? Let's see. And yeah, I have a POV of me just high revving the car. Okay. The magic of LC. Here it is, and it's beautiful, you know. Naturally aspirated engine. There is nothing else to say about that, you know. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. And yeah, there is a video of me just high revving, trash driving the car, just so you can hear it at its full glory. And I highly suggest you watch that video, because I don't know, it makes me smile as I watch it. And maybe, yeah, there are some comments that I am trashing the car, but that's for you guys. That was not for me. So the final thing about the LC before I take it for a drive and just keep on moving is, of course, let's see if it does anything. Of course it now doesn't. It's all these beeps, and it just keeps beeping you about everything. You forget the key, you take the key, you lock it, unlock it, you start driving, you stop, open the door. And it's not only beeps but also warnings about you to immediately brake the car because something bad will happen or you will crash, even though like that's far from the truth. You know, you'll just be driving faster and there'll be a car in front of you and it will just warn you like brake, 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 brake. And it's really annoying. It feels like the car is always not necessarily watching you, but it's like Nanny on wheels, you know, just beeps, whine, stop. Yeah, I don't like that about this car at all. So with that said, let's take it for a drive, and that will bring me to another pro of LC. And it's actually the comfort. For the sports car or the car with the wheels. Okay, this guy is checking the car, and that brings me to, or that will bring me to another point that's mean attention. It's really soft. No, I mean not really soft. It's just soft. It's comfortable, and of course now I'm commenting about that in this on this harsh road. But yeah, compared to many, like probably I don't know, 8 out of 10 last cars I've driven, this has been in the top 3. It's not a Rolls-Royce or S-Class, but it's reasonably quiet, and it's more not about like me praising the suspension and just thinking how soft it is. It's more about like not feeling these tiny imperfections of the road just as much as you would feel like with other cars, like even, as I said in other videos, Lexus NX, which isn't exactly like luxury car, but just to give you an idea, right? Like Lexus IS with like 17-inch wheels, Lexus NX, of course, like sports car is not even fair to compare, but all of these cars are much harsher than the LC500. Yeah, that's one of the pros of the LC500. Okay, so what's the next negative? The next negative is actually this gearbox, and for such an expensive car, and I did end up denting my car a little bit. Okay, let me just put it to reverse, and sometimes it will just roll for a few more seconds, and you know what I'm talking about, because like this is not an Lexus only issue, but yeah, there's like this, you need to fully stop because the transmission itself will not do that for you, like and yeah, I've had 2 situations. One I did avoid, the other I did scratch the bottom front bumper a bit, where I was parking the car and it was a little bit of downhill, not too much, just a little bit, and with normal cars that wouldn't be an issue, and with this I put it into reverse, but the car still rolled forward a bit, and I did scratch the bottom lip of the bumper. And why is that the case for such an expensive car not to? It's really annoying and stressful a little bit. So yeah, of course the shift and everything else is fine. It's just this one thing. So for a pros now, if you want to talk LC, you can't of course talk about the looks, or you can never ignore the looks, and it also brings you the attention, and it's not only the attention but also the status that you feel. A lot of attention, like people always looking at you, checking the car, and is it a good thing? Okay, maybe for some attention is good, some attention is bad. I've enjoyed some, at least most of the time, because it's from the, I don't know, people that are into cars, you know, but sometimes you just want to, I don't know, put on your full cap or a hoodie and just drive, and don't even think about that, where you just stop for a red light and just people from both sides are staring at your car, and it's just the reality, you know. Of course it's bright red color, what else would you get? But it's a pro. I'll still think it's a pro, because yeah, it's probably the most attention for the bang of the buck I've got with this car, so there's that. And of course, the other negative of LC is the its rear wheel drive. Okay, I know I'll get a lot of hate. Average speed 90. For saying that, but there were many situations where I wish it had a four-wheel drive, especially because it eats tires just like crazy, you know, and you can't always rev it when you want to, even if the road is a little bit on the wet side. It just always like the real wheels will just keep on spinning. And sometimes when you just want to go fast from 0 to 60, like the same thing will happen. So you are paying for all this power, but you don't get the full power, you know. It's just annoying. But again, the most annoying thing is how it eats tires, and the maintenance is it just can be crazy. I'll just say that I have a separate video about that maintenance and everything, but buying new real tires every year is what I do. Rear wheel drive has its pros, and I get that, but for many situations, and at least how I drive, I wish it had four-wheel drives, just so I could get full power all the time, and I wouldn't have to pay for tires or for new set of tires every single year. So that's new set of tires every winter, new set of tires every summer. And yeah, these are 21-inch tires, so these are not the cheapest ones. And yeah, there's that. But at least when we are spending money on tires, we are not spending it on repairs, because Lexus has a 10-year warranty. If you're doing maintenance at the Lexus dealership, of course, so 10 years worry-free. It's not perfect. You will not like get all the items serviced, as I said in my review, but at least the engine and the gearbox, so you'll just end up driving worry-free, and that is such a freeing thing to do, you know. I would say it's a luxury to have a warranty. And again, it's not 3-year warranty where you buy a new car and get it. It's just 10 years of worry-free driving. And man, when you get used to it, sometimes it feels weird or not fair. Like, why would the next car, I was thinking of buying like a Audi A7, the newer one, or A6, just as a daily driver. And I was like, why would I buy that, and then, which isn't exactly a cheap car, and why then I would spend money on repairs? That just seems crazy to me right now. I would rather just buy a Toyota or Lexus or anything, or okay, Porsche, because of the warranty. That's actually one of the biggest reasons why I would buy a Porsche, is because of the warranty. Not anything else. I don't care really. It's warranty, 15 years. That's crazy. So yeah, just having this relaxed feel, or just not worrying about car breaking down on you, and yeah, that's just awesome. And that also includes the other thing, which of course is reliability, which is the other pro. Yeah, my review did say a lot of bad things about the LC, and yeah, you can watch why I didn't enjoy some of the materials and the craftsmanship of the LC, but overall the reliability is still a Lexus crown jewel. And yeah, I just really appreciate for what's Lexus doing, you know, to the community, to the car world, to just giving you a quality car. And I think that's the biggest luxury, actually, is reliability and state of mind, or just freedom, you know. So there's that, and let's bring it all down to the two cons. And the first is actually squeaky brakes. Yeah, you could probably get the aftermarket brakes, but I was told that unless it's Brembo's, I believe, I will not get a Lexus warranty. So of course I will always use OEM brakes. And yeah, at low speeds they are just sometimes can be squeaky, and it's annoying and embarrassing, and you feel like what's the difference between a $100,000 car and like $2,000 cars when we are both squeak just as much. Let's just do that. And the other thing which blew my mind, wow, you can check the status of your brakes on LC, and how crazy is that? You need to take it to the dealer to see if the brake pads have worn out. Like there is no warning, anything, like there is no wire that ends up being damaged, where it tells you like, dude, it's time to change your brake pads. No, it's just a guessing game with LC. And since the rotors cost $2,000, yeah, I don't know why Lexus didn't do anything about that, because that's just crazy. And yeah, you should know that if you're buying LC, like to always take it to the dealer, so we will check the status of your brake pads. So since my GoPro has overheated, that brought me to another awesome thing, and that's concierge service. So even though the entertainment is the worst, at least it has this feature where it will auto turn on the heated seats, the cool seats, and all that based on the temperature that you have set there. So you never need to touch this awful entertainment, and you get the awesome luxury of not worrying about the air conditioning or any of the settings. So that's cool. You know what's not so cool? It's the insurance cost. And that's actually two negatives at once, and that's expensive repairs and very expensive insurance as far as the cars go. So from around 2,000 euros every year, and the repair costs are just like 5,000, 10,000 for the exterior repairs, which is mind-blowing. And yeah, that's a topic for another time, but just know that if you're buying LC, be sure to check with your insurance company first, because you might end up being burned. The final pro of this car is of course the Sports Plus package with 4-wheel steering, and it just makes car so much better to handle, so much more responsive, so much more fun to drive. And I just want to end the recording with this positive note, And yeah, again, this was my top 10 of the worst and best features of the LC500. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to drop a comment. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.